Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Lion's Mane Media Den. Looky what I got. Looky what I got. Just bought it today. And today on the Lion's Mane Media Den, we're going to talk about this for a little bit. Trench by 21 Pilots. Released today. Been being teased for a couple months now. Is it good? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about. It's not bad. I picked it up earlier this morning. I've listened to it maybe twice all the way through. Went back to listen to some songs that really stood out to me. But let's start this back a couple months ago when I happened to hear Jumpsuit drop on the radio. Driving my van at work. My first impression of that song was, fuck yeah, they're back. 21 Pilots is finally back. I bought Blurryface on day one when it dropped. As you know, 21 Pilots is notorious for just leaking their music out all over the place. And then after that, they just started dropping singles. Nico and the Niners, My Blood, Levitate. They just kept pushing them out. Music videos coming out one after the other. And my opinions kept kind of changing on those songs. One week I'd like Jumpsuit. The next week I'd be like, do I like Jumpsuit or do I just like that 21 Pilots is back? And that's really the real question that I think people should be asking themselves. So leading all the way up to this, they kind of started slowing down the release of their singles and like the leaked songs. And today they dropped the album. And if you've been following them or listening to their songs like My Blood on the radio or Jumpsuit, or been following them on YouTube and have seen Nico and the Niners or Levitate, don't let that be an indication for what the album sounds like. Because Levitate, Jumpsuit, and Nico pretty much sound nothing like the rest of the album. They stand out in their own right, in my opinion. I'm not going to go through every single song and review that, because there's way better YouTube videos that are being made right now or already made that'll detail that for you, I'm sure. But I would say one of my biggest gripes is, let's talk about the sound of the album. Not really saying there's any bad songs on this beautiful masterpiece, but I did find some of them hard to sit through. I mean, I'm no, professional music critic or music historian, but I would say almost a good half of the album, if they didn't say the name of the song in it, I would think I was listening to the same song. Not saying that they're bad songs, but a lot of them are slowed down. I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like this album lacks the energy that I know 21 Pilots can bring to the table. A lot of them are very just chill, almost like typical stoner music vibe. Another way to explain it, let's see if this makes sense. You know how like you're listening to like a really intense album that's amping up, and then about midway through the album they slip in that slow song to kind of calm things down? Yeah, that's like half this album, is that song that slows it down. Are they bad songs? They're not great in my opinion. They're not terrible. But they lack the energy that I feel like 21 Pilots can bring to the table. Some of the songs that do have some good upbeat feels to them. Pet Cheetah, that's a great track. Jumpsuit, of course, we've talked about that one. Levitate, and Chlorine, Chlorine, look that one up. That's one of my favorite songs off this album. Morph, as well, is another great track. Vocally, Tyler kills it on this album, of course. Why wouldn't he? He always kills it. Great lyric work, as usual. So, does it being slowed down make it a bad album? Not really. I'm just a little disappointed. I feel like they could have done a little bit better at pulling you in, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to say I sat through this album, but I sat through some of the songs. Some of the songs, like Legend's okay. Bandito, Leave the City, I had to sit through them to get to the end of them. I wasn't enjoying myself while I was hearing them, and that's rare, because I'm one of those people that plugs in Vessel back to back twice, listen to every track, never skip. Blurryface, let's listen to it all day long. This is one of the first 21 Pilots albums that I've plugged in and felt like I had to force myself to sit through some of the tracks. Another big gripe that I have with it, they wanted to tell a story with it, and they were doing a great job of that. They had you know, I don't know if you guys heard about this because I missed out on it. You can look up other YouTube videos on this as well. This whole lore and this whole city that they created and this backstory, and this was supposed to be like some sort of rock opera. And the music videos that were coming out did a great job of explaining that and like showing you the city and like the lore. And listening to the album, maybe it's just too smart for me. I don't get it. I don't feel like there's a story being told. That's actually, I was really excited to see what they had in store. I don't feel like there's a story being told. And there's not even anything in the booklet, which I know is something really petty to complain about. But like they don't even explain or like go into anything. And they had this stuff on websites a year and a half ago that they took down. So if you weren't around for the actual story, then just you're shit out of luck. And here's a mediocre album for you guys to listen to. But yeah, that's just a minor gripe. Also, spoiler alert, they dropped a music video for My Blood today at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I watched it, and you should go watch it, but I'm going to talk about it, so spoiler alert, here's your fair warning. I'll give you a sec. Alright, so, My Blood music video. Is the song great? Yes, the song is great. Is the music video good? Yes, the music video is good. Is it Fight Club? Yeah, it's Fight Club. Spoiler, twist ending, never saw it coming. I didn't, honestly. I thought one of the brothers was just going to die, but nope, he was just Fight Club. I just feel this album is just less inspired from what I've seen from 21 Pilots and what I believe they can be. But like I said, is it a good album? Yes, it's a great album. Is it a good 21 Pilots album? It's an okay 21 Pilots album. I still recommend going out and buying it, or better yet, they did drop it for free on YouTube on their YouTube channel, so you can listen to it all for free before you decide to make your purchase, like I did. Should have just listened to it. But it is still something I'm going to keep in my record collection. Will I be plugging it back in tomorrow? Probably not. But I will be plugging it back in at some point and listening to it. Just my personal opinion. Like I said, I'm no professional critic. Songs that I do highly recommend you go check out. My favorites from the album are Morph, great track. Chlorine, awesome. That's actually the one I've listened to the most. Repeat button, broken. Nico and the Niners, of course. That was one of the ones they released before the album dropped. It's a great track. My Blood, of course, amazing song. And Levitate. Honestly, I like a lot of the songs they released before the album dropped. I feel like it was not a cheap blow. I can't really say that because everyone's tastes are different. But usually when a band releases a song on the radio, let's say when Green Day dropped Revolution Radio and Bang Bang came out, and everyone was all hyped about that song, and I bought the album and listened to it, and I was like, no, don't listen to the radio song. You got to go on the album to find the good stuff. And I'm a big advocate for that. This is the opposite case. In my opinion, they released their best stuff to pull you in to buy the album, which in comparison is just a little lackluster in my opinion. But like I said, still a good album. But if you're expecting to hear the energy that you heard on Vessel, or just the different amounts of styles of music that we heard on Blurry Face, you're not going to find that on this album. Just a little disappointed. I still love you guys though. Come on, Tyler, keep cranking out the music. I know you got more in you. I know you got more in you. There it is. Trench. Out of yeah. That's my review. Thank you guys again for tuning back in to the Lion's Mane Media Den. If you did, be sure to do your best to befriend a small cuddly animal the next time that you have a chance. And as always, I love you. And until next time, you guys keep rocking.